to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Florida International Panthers taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The give out of the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the 1st down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the 1st down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight, turning it on. He'll work his way down to the 28. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
FIU set up with another 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking for the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll give it to the back. Makes it past the marker. There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's McClung. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking for room. It's McClung. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The run, it's McClung. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quick strike complete. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Catch in the middle, it's McClung. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Give to the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Panthers line it up with a 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Florida International. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Vanderbilt. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got an open man. He's loose. Touchdown, Utah State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Corner's going to give them room. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
14, Utah State, 7.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. He unleashes a long one. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
Next play design, you get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Panthers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Complete in the middle. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
Utah State, 14.
He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
First and 10.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quick release on the RPO. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Taking it the other way.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The corners are walked up tight. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Skips away from pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to pass on second down. That one comes out hot down the right side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter.
Loss of 5. Second down coming up.
We reached the break. It's FIU with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. And fires to the wideout. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the fourth. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. DB's right up on the receivers. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun to give, looking for room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's McClung. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Might as well give it to him again. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. And now they take the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Vanderbilt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Utah State up-tempo. Might be changing the route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He caught it. Touchdown, Utah State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's McClung.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Here we go. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Hard running there. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season and downs, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.